Hello, friends, and welcome back to the Clonestar podcast. I'm your host, Jodi Pickens, and today we're heading into Starfleet Academy for a conversation I've been excited to have. We're talking all about the women of Academy, the characters bringing heart, strength, mystery, humor, and so much potential to this new series of Trek. From mentors and scene stealers to rising voices and wildcards, this episode is all about what these women bring to the story, what makes them stand out, and where we hope their journeys go next. Joining me for this episode is Lanita, who is a co-host of the Hailing Frequencies Open podcast. Lanita brings a thoughtful and passionate voice to the Star Trek fan space, and she always brings great insight, love for the franchise, and a perspective that always brightens and enlightens the conversation. Lanita, welcome to Clonestar Podcast.
That was the nicest intro ever. My podcast, it's usually Damazon saying something horrible about me, and I have to either chuckle or rebut it. That was lovely. Oh, that's how I'm seen. I love it. Oh, that's so
well,
good.
I mean, in my perspective, absolutely.
Thank you so much. I am so excited to be here and chat with you.
Good. I'm glad.
I'm ready, man. It's so
excellent.
Ladies, they deserve their shine. No one's talking about them.
They do. I'm going to do a couple of quick warm-up questions just for fun.
Okay, funsies.
Yeah, we like that. So, when you hear Women of Academy, who is the first character you think of?
The very first? Honestly, I'm going to go with wild chair-sitting Captain.
Yeah. Captain Ake. I mean, Nahla Ake is something special. We're lucky to.
Yeah. They kind of hit the ball. They kind of hit the ball out of the park with not necessarily a new version of a woman captain, but an elevated sounds like Janeway and Burnham were not. Like a very colorful, a very layered, slightly to the left of what a captain has been in the past.
That succinctly describes Nahla Ake. I like it. Perfect.
Okay.
This is why you're here today. I appreciate it. All right, so the next one I'll ask you is, which character are you most excited to talk about today?
I'm duly excited to talk about Sam. That is my heart's pitter-patter of literal joy in this series. And Tig, because you know me, I'm terrible with
Jett Reno.
all of the correct, because just the dry humor, wit, directness that comes from her is unlike any other character that we've seen thus far.
Yeah, I want to talk to Tig Notaro sometime and be like, okay, just how different is Tig and Jett Reno? Because I feel like there's a little closeness in the personality there, and I'm here for it.
I truly think that there is, but I appreciate that I still see a difference between character and actor. Like, you know how some actors, unfortunately, where at a certain point you're like, oh, it's just you in this movie. Like, they don't sort of melt away. I think that she is able to both be herself and also melt into this.
Yes.
Because because it's sort of like the crossover of, we know how you were in Discovery. Like, we watched you as that sort of engineer, scientist person in that other ensemble.
Yes.
And there's the difference, but it's the same.
It is. Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly how she plays us in Academy. I look forward to talking about her too. Before we get into it, I do want to address kind of the Talaxian furfly, if you will, in the room. And that is, we're recording this the day after we learned that season 2 of Starfleet Academy will be our last. And I've made my own personal statement about how I feel about that. And understanding that, we're in a chaotic world right now and things change. But I can't pretend to not be saddened at that news, because I am unapologetically in love with this series. I wasn't expecting to be, but here we are. One more season with these wonderful people we're going to talk about today.
I don't understand any of it. I don't understand any of it. Like, saddened is not the right for me. Like, I'm pissed. It's like, what
Yes.
the ever loving fuck? Why is it that all creative endeavors should be able to be created, right? Are valuable, like in some way, shape, or form. But there is TV. I'm an only child. I love TV. I am a kid of the 90s. I am a kid of half days going to your grandparents' house, watching stories, watching Bob Barker on The Price is Right, watching, what was his name on Family Feud, when he used to kiss everybody in the mouth.
Oh,
And
yes.
the little tree
Richard
with Dawson? No.
Dawson. Yeah, I think that's right. Let's go with
With
that.
with the little tree that had the Tootsie Pops on it. Like, I love TV. I love watching every type of it: drama, comedy, horror, suspense, documentary, now Star Trek, fantasy, right? I don't understand why we have to chop things off at the knees. Why can't it just be, yes, we greenlight first pilot, season 1, great. Give at least every series 3 seasons.
Yes.
It doesn't make sense. Like, I mean, every series, whether it's one that I like or not like, there's stuff that's been running for, I love Grey's Anatomy. It's been running for a quarter of a century.
Right.
I want it to run for a quarter more. I believe that this series is owed more than 2 seasons. And I think that whatever excuse they come up with is complete bullshit. I think that, what are we talking about? Like, so there's just going to be no Trek. So there's just going to be, and whatever comes back out is going to be, for lack of a better term, whitewashed and dumbed down to appease who? Because this is the Trek that Roddenberry wanted. In every interview and every sound clip bite that I've heard, it describes this. What's the problem?
Right. I listened today to a video vlog by Jesse Gender, who always has a great perspective on things. And they said that we may be entering an era where there is no Trek. We've been here before, post Enterprise, and there was that era between Enterprise and Discovery where there was a long period where we didn't have Trek, and that could be a potential. And I thought that was insightful, and it saddens me because I agree with everything you just said. But I would encourage people to go and listen to Jesse's vlog, because it was, it makes you think and says some truths, but they also agree wholeheartedly that we deserved more. And so there's the Talaxian fur fly in the room.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you going into your season not knowing that it's your last means that what was, written,
yes,
is completely open-ended, and that's a disservice to the viewer. Like, say that.
And the actors and the writers and producers and everybody involved, because they didn't get to put a period on the end of that series.
And my thing is, I don't necessarily need things tied up with a bow, but there needs to be some type of end, right? Like, going to the Game of Thrones world of it all. It's like, okay, season 8 is like, yes, was it pretty? No. Did it leave it open-ended? Yes.
Right.
It tied up some things, and then there's some things it's like, oh, they had the opportunity to say, here's where each of these people sort of land at the end of this. You don't necessarily, it's not necessarily this is the end of their story.
Yeah. Right.
Is what, which I think everybody deserves when it comes to putting in the work for a series.
Yes. I concur. So before we even get into talking about these wonderful characters and the actors who play them, basically we wanted more. So a
Yes.
big boo to the
Boo.
decision makers.
Tomato, tomato.
Right. There we are. So let's jump in and start talking about these wonderful women of Academy, and you'll be thrilled. Up first is Nahla Ake, because let's
Yay.
start at the top, right?
Let's start at the top.
I think she plays. She's a leader. She's a mentor. She's a scene stealer. There's a lot to her, but what does she bring to Academy? What does Nahla Ake bring to this series?
I think that she brings the old guard of the Federation. She brings an understanding of where the Federation went wrong. She brings a different perspective of how we can do things, being that she stepped away and taught in a different capacity. And I think that she brings an outside of the box thinking to both the students and the staff when it comes to the world. Like, it's not very by the book, straight and narrow. Like, she did buy the books. Buy the books didn't serve her well in her core, like into the what the Federation is supposed to stand for, right? Like following orders for order's sake. And then went away for a little bit and sort of lived a different life. We were talking about before we started recording, like, sold everything, went to the
Yes,
beach.
yes. Like, see
Said,
ya.
I'm gonna teach surfing on the beach
Right.
to the tourists who come here.
Right.
And then
Yeah.
came back into the fold and has a different life experience and perspective between service and now this next section of service that she's doing for the Federation.
Yeah, I agree totally, and I think that's a great way to show that there were two versions of her when it came to Starfleet and the Federation. I also like that when she's come back that they, well, first of all, they made the character a Lanthanite, so she's got centuries of lived experience to bring with
So
her.
much. Yeah.
And I think that's very intriguing when you're putting a character as in charge of a new academy and
Brand new
and a new rebuild of the Federation. But I also like that her lived experience isn't just generalized. She caters it to each individual person she meets or cadet she's mentoring. And I think that's pretty astounding, because we don't see a lot of educational leaders that are able to do that so fluently.
And some of the best ones do. Like, I think that that when people mention like teachers who shape them, I feel like that is what the thread that connects all of those teachers, because what they did is they didn't just go into like, yes, I may have 20 kids in my class. They're not all the same. I'm going to figure out what makes each of them tick in this English class and say, oh, you're into medieval, you're into the romances. And there's one lesson, but each kid gets a different sort of version of the lesson that caters to them to help them reach their best potential.
Absolutely.
It's kind of fascinating. And what do we know what she did prior to Starfleet? Because she is a Lanthanite and she does have like hundreds of years.
Right.
Like, as a Lanthanite, is it sort of like, do you reach maturity at 50? Because I mean, who knows if we know, but those are the questions that always pop in my head. Like,
there may be somebody that knows that about Lanthanites. It is not me, but
okay.
I kind of, she at some point in her life went through the academy. We know that herself. At what stage or when that was, I'm not sure if we know that. And I think too, we don't know a lot of her backstory, which I think we've gotten hints of it throughout season 1. I hope we get some more of that in season 2 to learn more about who she is. And once the series is finished, I hope that some of our great Trek authors out there write some novels so we see some more of and learn more about her, because I think she's a fascinating character. Do you think that these things we just talked about her being Lanthanite and being able to cater to individuals in the way she approaches them, is that what makes her compelling and memorable? Or is there more to it than that?
I think that her ability to actively listen makes her compelling.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that every time she is on the screen having a conversation with someone, she is not thinking of what she's going to say next. She is listening to what the words are. She is reading the interpersonal communication that is happening. She is sensing sort of it all. And it comes from her having centuries of experience in the best way, right? Like,
Yes. Yes.
unfortunately, unlike the doctor, I know we're talking about the women, but unlike the doctor
Right.
who has centuries of experience, he it's more focused, it's more singular.
Yes.
Like she was able to experience hundreds of thousands of maybe like millions of people in
Mm-hmm.
different ways to learn more about, I'm using human or like the a being's
Yeah.
ability to be in the world. So I think that truly what makes her compelling is her ability to sort of dissect, suss out, understand maybe more completely each person that she's talking to and their motivation or possible motivation for what it is that they're trying to achieve, talking about decisions that they've made or possibly are going to make.
Yes.
If
No,
that
I
makes
absolutely,
sense.
it does totally because I like what you said about her not like, she's not always thinking ahead. She's so much in the moment trying to clock every small micro expression, detail, words, everything that's being said. But I feel like when it comes at that point for her to either
Mm-hmm.
push that person some way, she's got 3 or 4 options always
Correct.
going.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And
Like
she's just
she's a
waiting to
Virgo.
lock in. Yes,
I,
yes.
I know this because I'm married to one. Like the plant Aquarius. Ooh, hoo, hoo, sky, let's just roll the dice. It's gonna happen. Like that's my life.
Nice.
And I'm
Yes.
married to someone who's like, plan A, B, C, F, Q, R, S, T. And then we can loop back to C 2.5. And I'm
Right.
like,
Okay.
yeah, the reels of like, I'm Lanita. I'm here. I'm I booked the trip. And it's like,
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
Lanita. And it's like, I planned the itinerary. And I'm just boop, 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 walking hand in hand, don't know where we're going, what the direction. I just packed.
You're happy to
It
be there. Yep.
I'm happy to be there. I think that she is a combination of all of the things of being like happy to be there to get this opportunity to shape the minds of this new class of
Yes.
students, and I think also teach or help to show all of the administration how you can be less rigid in what it is that your goal is, because I
Mm-hmm.
think that she showed what's his boy over at the war college, you you're
Yeah,
you're
Kelrick.
too you're too narrow. Like let's really try to think outside of the box. I think that is one of her greatest skills.
I absolutely agree. She is she is teaching and mentoring everyone in her life at some level,
Yeah. I
right?
mean,
Including the Federation as a whole,
correct. That's what
which
it like.
is powerful.
It is powerful, and it's not in a forceful way. She
No.
it's what's interesting is that she has so much power, intellectual, experiential, you really just emotionally, all of it, but she wields it in such a compassionate and thoughtful way. Like it's not, I know more than you. You need to listen to me because of this. It's, have we thought about this?
Mm.
What is your motivation for that? And not in those like, but that's the way that she's speaking to someone. Like,
Yeah.
she speaks to Caleb like, I know all of the things, but I'm going to help you get to the answer. I'm going to help you with all of my knowledge and wherewithal to help you reach inside yourself to figure it out. Because if I just tell you what to do, you're going to push against it. It's like telling a kid, like, it's time for bed. I'm not tired. Okay.
Yeah. And going back to exactly what you said about her being one of those mentors, educators that understands catering to the individual, I feel like with Caleb, she played the long game. Like we saw her, she clocked him from episode 1 And then by the time we got to the finale, she knew exactly she could trust him. She has trusted him all through this, despite his roller coaster of a ride to get to that point. And
Because
that defines her.
yeah, because it's like she's seen, but that's what like the longevity of her life has allowed her to see so much more than anyone else
Yes.
in this series. And that's why I say like the Doctor is different. Yes, but he is very singularly focused. Like she's
Yes.
encountered so many folks. The long game
She's
with Caleb was perfect
yes, it was. It really
because
was.
there was trust. Also, she is trustworthy and trusting of in the
Yes.
best ways. Like she could have ratted all of them out.
Yes.
Every last one of them has done something
Yes.
that would warrant being expelled, being put in the brig. You have broken into what? You have we're going to talk about her later. You have stolen. You have gotten on this bridge, logged in, stolen something, and you should be gone.
Out. Bye. Gone.
But again, it was understanding what your motivation was for doing it, giving you slight consequence, but then allowing you to sort of grow into who.
It's something that Trek does so wonderfully well with some of our leaders. They're infallibly human, right? They still
Yes.
are that, but at the same time there's this elevation or skill they have, whether it's emotional or social or diplomatic or whatever their thing is, that gives them that edge. And it's usually led by understanding and empathy and all these core things that they're paramount to Trek, like they're foundational to what Trek is supposed to be, and something we really need more of in our current world. So
Correct.
Yeah. Go Star Trek.
Go Star Trek.
Go Nahla. What do you want to see next from her? What do you hope to most see from her in season 2?
I hope that she can help Genesis. Haha, pull that out. Yeah, that was my like those lovely ridges on her forehead. I hope that she can
I'll collect
help
that.
both Genesis and Neckbolt. Tarima. It's the thing my brain just says.
Neckbolt just kills me every time. I love it. Absolutely love it.
I hope that she can help usher them into the next phase of their sort of trajectory. I think that at the end of this season, Genesis, the both of them sort of took a baby step towards that. I think Genesis more so than Tarima, that she really understood what it means to be command, to really trust this team that's around you, versus in the very first the captain's
Miyazaki?
race. The captain's race, when they went out and they were shooting the drones and
the game,
they were like
between the two schools. Yeah, don't ask me what the name of that was, but I know.
Right, and it was like whoever wins gets to be the captain, and glitter bomb used her glitter bomb it used her the information that she shared with him on the field to win, like played dirty, was not very honorable about it. And I think that she took that anger, like that cheating sensibility, through a little bit, made her make some poor choices. But then again, at the very end, even though that happened with him, was able to trust him in his role on the team. So she learned more about command and how it is to work within that. And I hope that Nahla can help bolster that even more.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think some of the images they released, we see
Genesis.
Genesis. See, I did the thing because I knew you would understand. Yes, Genesis. We see her uniform is all red, and so
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Let me tell you one thing about me, Jodi. I am not as much as I love Trek, the one thing that I do not, for me, I don't want spoilers. I
Gotcha.
want to no. We can
I know.
talk.
Yeah.
But I'm not the person who's going to seek out like, oh, what are they saying about season 2? And blah, 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 blah. Because people just start like surmising things that make no sense, that are not going to happen. Like you're just talking to talk in the void to try to capture on whatever. Like,
I get it. What I
it.
liked about that, though, about that image, is that I feel like that means at some point in season 2, I hope we see Genesis in that command track that she was up for, but got stepped back from because she made bad decisions.
I think I know, because I know Trek,
right?
As much as I know Trek, I believe that is where she will end up, because she had to take the slap on the wrist. Like she didn't, the way that she received the information about, now that I can't recommend you, she knew that was going to happen. She hoped that maybe, Captain would like understand why she did and maybe let it slide. But I think she respected the captain more for staying true to what Genesis knew was going to happen, and to still participate and be the best cadet that she could be. Because the difference is, oh, I'm not command anymore, throwing up the double birds.
Right.
Right. You know what I mean? Like, I'm clocking out. Like, people who don't, oh, you didn't get to be captain? Well, then I don't want to be on the team. Like, I'm going to take my ball and go home. It shows that she has the ability to be command, even though it's going to be a longer road. She's willing to put in the work to do it. So I feel like, hell yeah, she's going to be in that daggone chair.
I hope so too. I think she has to be, like you said. It's what she's meant to do.
It's what she's meant to do, regardless, in spite of what her parents do.
And that's the key.
That's the key. It's the Mariner lower deck situation, right? Like, both of her parents are like in command. Like, her dad's an admiral, her mother's like full bird captain, and she's like, I don't do any of that. It's the difference of those two characters, of Mariner being like, nope, lower decks is for me, don't need command. Genesis being like, the pressure to be command so badly, but learning that you have to do it your own way. Like Mariner learned how to be her own Starfleet officer. Like, I like the parallel between those two characters in completely different sort of ways. Yes.
It's that kind of story that, in spite of yourself or in spite of your circumstance, right? Those stories are what really compel us throughout Trek, I think.
Correct. Yes.
So, yeah. I was going to ask this question, but I think we've already answered it. But do you trust Nahla's instincts?
Yes.
Implicitly, right?
Implicitly, and even more so at the very end when you're watching that trial.
Oh my gosh. That was beautiful. It was just beautifully done.
The whole of it was directed, shot, written, acted. And the fact that even when she was not speaking, or the number one focus of the scene, you saw her calculating, listening, like what we've just said that she's great at.
Yes.
Even though I feel like in her heart of hearts, she knew that Mama Caleb was going to she had too much rage. Like she just has too much anger in her heart for being separated from her child for that long. Someone has to pay.
Yes.
Someone has to pay. And it doesn't matter that you've protected him. It doesn't matter that someone's got to pay, and it's got to be you. So here we are.
Right.
And I know, and she couldn't have thought that it was going to go any other way. There's no way.
No. Because I think she saw things as it's either going to go this way or we're done. right? Like I think she had finally gotten to those two options, like, and she
Correct.
was banking on what she knew about,
And what
you know what I mean?
she
Like,
was banking on the fact that there's a wild card that Mama Mir did not know,
yes,
that her child had been bathed in the goodness not just of the Federation, but the goodness of the Federation through the eyes of Nahla, combined with the posse of cadets that
yes,
are his family. That honestly, functionally, those two things, like if Nala was not who she is, who we've just discussed her to be, along with his scraggly crew, I don't think that he would have come in the way he did. But I know that it's because of those two factions that in her mind she's like, yeah, Caleb's been like changed. She's watched him change and grow, even though he may not have seen the growth. It was the payoff was chef's kiss for me.
I agree. I same for me. Ditto.
It just was.
It just was.
It just was. Yeah.
I want to now talk about Sylvia Tilly.
Oh, not enough Tilly. And oh yeah, you probably have more to say, but it's not enough. Like before we got cadet school, when it was like, I'm gonna go teach. I know it's Starfleet Academy, but it's cadet school. That's
I
just
love
what it
it.
is.
I love it.
um,
It's its new fan name, Cadet
mhm.
School.
I thought that this was going to be her series, right? Like that's sort of how
Oh
it
yeah.
it seemed to be billed, or it seemed to infer from the end of Discovery. Like, yeah,
Hmm.
Burnham, you're going to go on to do whatever you're going to do. I need to help shape the children.
Hmm.
And
Right.
I was like, yes, red curly haired Tilly is going to show people that it could be a little unorthodox. You can be a little awkward. You don't necessarily have all the answers,
Hmm.
but if you work hard and you ask and you know who to look to and you're willing to sort of humble yourself in what you don't know, you can get to the prize goal.
Yes. I I want more Tilly. Tilly coming out of Discovery was such a, Tilly was through that entire series someone I enjoyed watching, enjoyed
Yes.
seeing grow. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
interesting, like Tilly's journey was very like just fresh out of cadet school and
Mm-hmm.
finding her path throughout Discovery, much like
Correct.
she is now as she enters this new Starfleet cadet school. But I'm wondering then, what do you think about her at this stage of her life, as she's is how much of a change or a shift has there been between that Tilly we left leaving Discovery to
Mm-hmm.
go and teach, and
Mm-hmm.
to the one we see who's like, I'm in it, let's go.
I think she's a badass now. I think that she's her character in the beginning of Discovery was timid,
Hmm.
unsure of herself.
Maybe naive.
Yes, in not a bad way, but in naive of
Yeah.
like we can do it all. Like
Yeah.
wide, sort of doe-eyed, but like wide-eyed and like
Yes.
excited, but not really understanding the gravity of all of the things around and like how serious a lot of the issues and situations that were coming up. It was sort of like, yeah, we can get it done. It can happen. Okay. And then it sort of went into, ooh, like you sort of sanded off some of those, you smoothed, no, you roughed up the other way.
The other
Like
way.
you,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
like you she got a little gritty, like, knees got a little more rough,
Yeah.
hands, they were very soft and smooth, like she was wearing gloves, and then it was like, nope, gloves come off, and then
Yeah.
it's like we're using O'Keefers, not sponsored. We're using, it's great for those mechanic hands, like because they were rough, you
Yes.
know. And I
Yes.
think she comes back into Starfleet Academy a more fully realized Tilly. who
Yeah.
understands the world universe, because world is not big enough. She understands the universe a lot better, and all of the complexities of all of different species, of all
Yeah.
of the different possibilities that can happen, and trying to get these kids to understand that, I feel like what all teachers do, this too shall pass. You have to learn that just because right now you're mad at your parents, one day you won't be, and you'll realize what they tried to do, the best they could do to make you a better you. So let's dig into this play. Stop being dipshits. This has something to teach you. Like when your teacher brings up, we're going to read this work from Shakespeare. I'm
Right.
picking because it's always Shakespeare, because I
It's
just
always.
recently it's always Shakespeare. I just recently watched a reel where this lady was explaining how Shakespeare never really told us the age of characters.
Right.
They were just sort of inferred, but he was very specific in the age of Juliet. Specific that she was 13. Specific that she was too young to marry. So what are we doing? Like, and just went through the whole thing. And I was like, huh, I never really like picked up on that in school, because I was like, why are we reading this shit? But again, it had something to teach us that even in this society where young girls are being married, there was still an age where they shouldn't be married. Like,
Yes.
she read the thing where it's like, give her 2 more summers. Okay, then she's 15. 15 is an age to be married where it's like, you're not going to die if you have a kid, right? Because birth control, what? In
Right.
1725.
Or earlier, but yes. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
13. I don't know when she. This is so sad, but it's just true. But like, you know what I mean? Like the 14th century, like, yeah, you get sex, you're having a kid, right? You want to make sure that the
Yes.
woman is not going to, hopefully not die. Who knows what really anybody wanted? But I just think about that, where she's like, yes, our town. Yep, you're like, what? Why are we choosing this? And then learning why it's important, how it connects to you
Yes.
individually as a person, and collectively with this group and the world writ large. And she
I
came in like fucking gangbusters.
I love that, because I completely agree with you. I think the Tilly we saw in that particular episode of Starfleet Academy, she's not hardened, but she's confident, and she's seasoned.
Yes,
You
in
know?
the best way.
In the best way, because she knows exactly what she's going to do with these cadets.
Yep.
And she allows them to walk right into her plan. And I
Yes.
love, in that episode in particular, I love that Sam was the one who chose that particular play. Like, the fact that they made it her, it was just chef's kiss. Brilliant.
But and that's what I mean, that the writing,
Yes.
the writing really, for this series overall, was for me some of the best in dialogue, in direction between
Yes.
characters, in the whole space-time continuum of it all,
Yeah.
and the fact that it's Sam who is our sort of like, yes, doctor, but also our Data,
Yes.
in the fact that, like, I've now got a body. Ooh, I'm corporeal. What do I do with this?
Yes. And she
like,
sang it just like that. Yeah,
she did.
absolutely.
And like,
Absolutely.
how do I do this? How can I it was another way for her to connect. For me, I feel like this was another way for her to connect to them, and to help them understand more where she is in her development, where she's coming
Yeah.
from, why it is that they need, as in her cast, her crewmates, why they need this to help them grow.
Well, and I love that Sam, who is like clearly the youngest, because she's
She a baby.
she's a baby at that
Again.
point in the show. And literally, right? And I think that was and I love that Tilly in particular understood that. Not only did
Yes.
Sam pick the right one, but it was Sam who's going to
Yeah.
pull these kids together.
Yeah.
Because she's the unifying force for those cadets. And
Correct.
that ultimately at the end of the episode is who they rally around and figure their stuff out, and ta-da. Happy
Ta-da.
ending.
Exactly. As happy as it can be.
Yeah, well, right. What makes this version then of Tilly so compelling? Is it the fact that it's such a difference between who she was when she left Discovery, or is it because we like to see kind of Tilly large and in charge?
I think it's because for me, it's because she's so different than the last time we saw her.
Yeah.
It's like she leveled up. Like, I don't know what happened between then and now, but something happened where she's like, boss bitch.
Yeah. Do you think it's because, in the best way, absolutely. And I agree with you. I mean, she's boss level for sure. Do you think this is like, you know, obviously on Discovery, Tilly jumped 900 years to the future.
Correct.
Just to be with her found family on Discovery, and figured herself out in that period. We see her now in Academy. Is this maybe where our cadets are headed in that same trajectory without the giant leap
without
of time
the jump?
Travel?
I would hope, but I think that each of them in a different way.
I agree.
They're what is like is the Pokemon level up. Their next level.
Yeah.
Some of them it's going to be to Tilly level. Some of them I think may even be to Nahla level.
Yeah.
I think that Sam honestly has the absolute biggest potential to grow in the best way just because of her makeup and who she is, like the data level of it all, right?
Yeah.
Like just the fact that how much more information she can consume, but also how receptive and spongy
Yes.
she is.
Yes.
Like how actively spongy she is.
Well, and she's very much so now that she's lived the full 17 years up to that point. She's got the emotional structure.
Because I can't. We've got
a couple more. We're getting there. I'll move fast.
Okay. No, it's not that. But I agree with that.
You. Yeah.
Like that. Yeah. Like just two. I've got two different people inside of me.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't we all honestly right. Really as
we
adults
really do.
As adults, think about you have your childhood wounds, your childhood experiences through the lens of when you were a child, and then hopefully as an adult you can reflect back on it and maybe put a more objective lens, because as kids it's all subjective, right? It's just hurt or joy or fun, and it's just one thing. Primary color. When you get to be an adult, you start mixing. Let's get some secondary colors, some tertiary colors. Like, how can we look back? That's what therapy is for, really. How can we look back and put an objective lens on these experiences that we've had, and how can we learn from them? Maybe let them go. Maybe give grace to folks who did just the best they could, or who may not have known any better, and how can we help it move us forward? I think that Sam maybe will take away more from this experience with Tilly than maybe the others. Rest of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with you. I think Sam is ironically the most mature.
Of course, absolutely.
Right? Isn't that wonderful that she evolved?
It makes so much sense. Yeah, because again, she's had the baby.
Right.
Like the rest of them are still in Caleb is still what is the word I'm looking for? Operating from a 6-year-old's point of view. His POV is from the 6-year-old who was ripped away from his mother.
Yeah, because he didn't get that time. He was 6 to 19. There was nothing in between for him. He had to immediately be that independent adult at 6.2 years old. Right.
absolutely wild. So he, at his time, and I feel like again, Nala it was sort of expediting and sort of excavating all of that to
Yes.
be like, okay, yeah, you had 13 years of like trash shit, terrible,
Right.
but right now I'm going to show you how. Let's objectively look at it. I'll mea culpa, but let's move you forward through time.
Right. I think really what we both want to see most next from Tilly is more of Tilly.
Can we get more Tilly? Can
Just
she
want.
just like she just
Can we
I
have
feel like
Star Trek Tilly? That's really what we need. We need that series.
I mean, come on. Like she was probably one of the best like sort of number twos, but not a number two, like not a number one. Like, Saru,
Yeah.
like, hello. You can't honestly, let's just be real clear. There's yeah, Riker, okay, fine. Okay. But Saru,
Right.
you just
Yes. Perfect.
no notes.
No notes. No notes at all.
No notes. So Tilly in that ecosphere, like that triad, right? Because if we think about okay, nerd alert. When we think about Star Trek and it's like best at its best, there really is a triad. There
Yes.
really is a captain, an engineer, and a scientist, or a doctor and a scientist, and
Right,
Scotty on
there's-
the side, like an engineer, like over here, right?
Yes.
There's your
They're starting their own
polycule.
triangle over there. Yeah.
There's
yeah.
your polycule, but
Yes. Yes.
if you look at TOS, Kirk, Spock, Bones, boom. When you look at Voyager, Janeway, Chakotay, who do we put over here? Blah, blah, blah. Why can't I brain fart of my
Tuvok?
life? Tuvok.
Balana.
Yeah.
7.
See, here's the thing.
It was interchangeable.
It was interchangeable. Like that wasn't like that wasn't the solid triangle, right?
Yeah.
In Deep Space Nine, it was super solid. Like solid. Cisco, Kira. And for me, it was even though Dax was there, like Dax was Cisco's personal like
Yes.
number one, right? But in like the world of Deep Space Nine, for me, it's excuse me, Cisco, Kira, and Odo in a weird, strange way because he was always there as sort of the straight, like the Bones character
Yes.
for me is like the straight guy, to it. You know what I mean? Enterprise, that was a series on its own that I don't care to like put in. But there you go with Discovery. You got Burnham, you have Saru, you got Tilly right there. Like you have to have that person who's going to be able to like iron sharpens iron. And somehow she has been even more sharpened by the time she gets back to us in
Absolutely.
cadet school.
Yeah. 100%.
Oh, she's great.
Yeah.
Need more.
We love Tilly. We want more of Tilly. More.
Yeah.
All the
Are we
Tilly.
getting only 8 episodes in season 2?
No, it's 10.
10? Okay. So that means we could maybe get her in 2?
Maybe.
Okay.
At least one episode, I hope.
Okay. All right.
Just more Tilly.
Okay.
All right. Next, I think you'll enjoy it. We're going to talk about Jett Reno.
Oh, like just one of the the best foil to Stamets.
Yes.
I mean, an introduction of a character for me in a way where it's like one hated Stamets, like just and not hated. Okay, that's really strong. Like as a
I know what you
character,
mean.
like you are not that fucking smart. Like you're smart, but dude, you don't know everything.
Right.
Here comes Jett Reno. I'm so smart. You don't have to tell me I know. And I'm just going to do my job. I don't need to walk around. She doesn't walk around like she's the shit, even though she is the shit.
Yes. That's 100% her. And I feel like that Reno that we saw from that first time in Discovery, where she's just dishing it out to Stamets and
Oh.
using bubble gum to fix conduits or whatever, like because she can, right?
Because she can.
But I feel like there's been a transition for her too when we see her at the cadet school.
Correct. Someone who was like, okay, I've learned some things. Okay, maybe there's a little bit more procedure. Maybe I can be just slightly soft and not softer like I'm a lady soft, but like I don't have to be so biting. I don't have to always have a quick quip. I have them. They're at the ready. I'll use them when I need to, but I can be slightly less pointed and a little more jovial, like little more lighthearted, a little more have a little more joy. And maybe it's because she's got, a new romantical thing that is helping bring the joy out in her life.
I just was thinking that there's that wonderful line where we find out that Reno left her family,
Yeah.
that she called, which she's referring to Discovery crew,
Uh-huh.
at the edge of space to be
Uh-huh.
with Commander Lura Thok.
Yeah.
And I think that is a shift in the Reno that jumped 900 years to the future with Discovery.
Correct.
Led with snark at every turn.
Correct.
That relationship has impacted her. Now, when she's at cadet school, she's still firing off on all the cylinders, quick as a snap. I mean, she's just so quick with these cadets. I love it. And even with her conversations with Lura Thok, she's very quick in her pace of her. That type of Jett Reno-ness, still chef's kiss, brilliant. But
Absolutely.
There's a softer delivery to it.
It's like on Discovery, it was like she was throwing with everything that she would say to Stamets. It's like pew 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 pew. It's like little ninja stars, like being thrown with every time. I'ma fix it. So what? You're not smart, and in the best way. Like that relationship, perfection, right? Like you needed that to help him grow because he was a dick. But coming here, you're working with kids, so you still have to have a little bit of snark because they're gonna say some off the wall nonsense, and if you're too like shrinking violet, your feelings get hurt.
Right.
She's still like, no, I'm still me. Mm-hmm. But I'm not going to make you cry, right? Like Discovery, Reno, them kids are crying. They're truly crying. Now it's their feelings may be hurt a little bit, but they're not gonna write home and be like, I want to come home because my teacher basically told me all the ways that I wasn't loved as a child.
Yeah. She's not having it. She's just like, no, not at all. I said somebody was commenting on the relationship between Thok and Reno, and I said what I really want next from Star Trek is I'm going to date myself here, a Laverne and Shirley style show that is nothing but Reno and Thok together.
Correct.
I mean, half-hour little comedy.
Slamato.
Come on.
Are you kidding me? But it would be great because I wonder. I want to know how they met.
Yes.
I want to know how this happened because Lura Thok seems very, very beginning series Worf.
Yeah. The aggressiveness, the agitation, the gruffness.
Yeah, and not even like, but just singularly focused.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Singularly like in the Klingon of it all, where I have a job, and then you mix the Jem'Hadar, so we're completely in a
new
fully
world.
like I have a mission. My mission is to fight, and it's not that an aggressive, yes, but just very strong, tough, determined. How does that determination match with someone who's very funny, quick-witted, like breaking down, like, what did you say? Like, you had to, like, Reno had to have said something, like, whenever they met, said something that disarmed Thok in a way that she was never disarmed before, and it intrigued her and said, I need to know more about you.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like some situation, who knows, at the cough getting, racked to Gino, and who knows what, but something piqued her interest, and she was like, never met somebody like this who's ever spoken to me this way. That's the thing. Because I feel like being a Klingon Jem'Hadar, people come in with the preconceived notions of the outer appearance of how I can talk to you, what I'm not going to say to you, or I'm afraid to say whatever it is. And just like, okay, you're just another person. And I'm
Right.
going to treat you like every other person.
Yes. It's wonderful. I love it's wonderful. I like too that with Reno, then, we have this interesting relationship with her
Mm-hmm.
and Thok. Then I love too the Reno that we left on Discovery, who was leading with sarcasm, quick
Mm-hmm.
wit, who really was like she was there to do her job
Yep.
and not looking for anything more. Two, fast forward to episode 10 of Cadet School, and suddenly she's large and in charge,
Yep.
trying to save the Federation.
The whole of the Federation.
While
With 5 kids? Well,
still
there are 5
teaching.
of them, right? But
While still teaching. The universe is in peril, on the edge of elimination, and she's still educating through it all.
she said, there's still lessons to be learned. I can still help you grow. Each and every one of them.
It was brilliant.
Each and every one of them.
Yes.
What? Like, again, like it's mind-boggling. And I think this is where the writing for each of these characters and each of these teachers, each of the adults in the situation. We're taking the admiral out, we're taking out War College man, but like cadet school professors all have come to this with the charge that they've given themselves, aside from what the Federation and Starfleet is saying. They've individually come in with the charge to help these children, because that's what they are, young adults,
Yes.
expand not only their minds through education, but their social, emotional well-being
Yes. Yeah.
to become the best them they can be. Compassionate, empathy, intelligence, wit, all of it. And each teacher goes about it a different way, but that's all. It's like it's the charge. It's like on the first, like, when teachers have to go back for like preschool, like pre-space school
Yes.
activities, right?
Yes.
Setting up our classroom, putting up our banners. And then the principal comes and it's like they have their assembly, they're sitting, having lunch and learn. And it's like, here's what our goals are for the school year. And Nahla said, now listen, I know maybe somewhere else, very rigid, here's the syllabus, here. No, yes, there's that. And we're trying to create better people, not humans, like better individuals. So,
Yes.
with what you're teaching them in biomechanics, in the astrolab, in engineering, in the medical, you're also trying to make each individual student you come in contact with confront the past if they have something that they need to confront, help them grow to the next level of their ability, and to also help them sort of realize that they are a small little speck in this entire universe and why it is that they should want that for themselves in the way that you do it. I'm not going to tell you how, but the way that you do it is how I want you to do it, because at the end of this, they all need to be fully matured, grown. Like the sourdough starter needs to grow.
Yes.
It's fascinating.
Absolutely. It is. And I love that, I will use Darum, Glitter Vomit, right? I love that he was the one talking to Reno when we discover that she and and Thok are in a relationship, because he is like, I am astounded, but I cannot react to this. And
Uh-huh.
it, and I, that they allowed a cadet to
Be
figure
us.
that out and get
Yeah.
in the know on that, and that they, that was like the scuttle for like 500 days after that, because they were just
Oh,
running the gossip trade. You know
You
it.
you know that they were on the group chat, because there was a group chat between them where
Yes.
where it's like, guess what I heard? She's mad about the dinner. I was freezing the worm. She came in because she stubbed her toe. And
Yes.
told her she's always clumsy. Oh, we've learned that they're like we learned so much about their relationship in
In
how
micro
long was that?
doses.
Like
Yes.
how long was that scene?
2 minutes, if.
I mean, in 2 minutes, we learned sort of like a decade's worth of information.
Yes. Brilliant writing.
Again, this is what I'm saying. Why are we canceling shit that's written well?
It's good storytelling. Well acted. I don't know.
Well
All of
acted.
these things.
All of the things. And I truly like Tig as a person. Fascinating.
Fascinating.
And that's why I think that this character sits so well on her. Because Jett Reno is fascinating.
Yes.
Like we really don't know. I mean, even in Discovery, like, what do we really know about her? Like, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, like at least with like Burnham, you got to see a little bit of relationship between her and Michelle Yeoh. You got to learn more about Saru and what it's like to be a Kelpian. See, this is how you know that I really like that series, because the fact that I remember that
you remember
Kelpian,
all of that. That's impressive.
it's random. Like we learned about them. We learned about, but we didn't really. There wasn't a
Yeah.
whole lot. Like she was
No.
like the comedic relief in the best way possible, not used, um, not used in like a corny way. It was like,
Oh,
yes,
yes.
we needed,
Yeah.
you.
Yes.
So, but learning all that and that little, you're like,
Brilliant.
huh, huh. You apologize? Huh. Didn't think that sorry was
Existed.
in truly, and not in like a bad way, but just in like
No.
you're so confident, you're so sure of yourself. That's it.
Yes.
I mean, walks like, what is it? Walk softly, carry a big stick. Like,
Yeah, that's her.
that is her.
And she still carries that. Like, she still is that person.
Absolutely.
But we have evolved into this, I'm not going to lead with that always
Nope.
type of character.
It's sitting, it's who I am. But again, it seems like all of the characters that we knew who are in this have had some type of, I'll say, small transformation, not complete, but like an evolution, like
Yeah.
a small evolution of their being. Their core foundation, same, but they've gotten some new siding. You know, little paint. We've chipped away some old, primed and painted, and now it's like, look at me, I'm still me, but I'm slightly better and shinier.
Right?
I've freshened up a little bit
Yes.
in the best way.
Absolutely. I think we can both agree that we would want Reno in our corner, but I think our next topic, our next character who definitely wants Reno in their corner is Lura
Correct.
Thok.
Yeah.
And I mean, I know we've talked a bit about her,
Mm-hmm.
but what does she bring to Academy? What does she bring to cadet school?
I think that of all of the characters, I think that unfortunately we didn't get enough of her.
Yeah.
I think that while they had the idea to have this mashup of two species, loved it. Truly loved, because we haven't seen a Jem'Hadar since Deep Space Nine.
Right.
When was it Cisco, or who was trying to teach the Jem'Hadar, that he didn't have to be what he was created to be. Like, you could choose. Was it
I know exactly the episode, and
Garrick, Garrick's love interest, Bashir? Was it Bashir trying to teach
I
him?
can't remember. It might have been.
But it was like, the whole premise of that episode was like,
Yes.
this is what I'm created to do and be. This
Yes.
is my only function, is to be a warrior, and not in the Klingon way of like, today is a good day to die, but in the, I am just a pawn in the scheme of things. I will be on the front line. Fighting is
A soldier.
just a soldier. That's
Yes.
it. That's all I am. And in that episode, trying to convince, trying to show, trying to explain, trying to, convince is not the right word, but to get him to realize that he could be more.
Yes.
And then in the end, it's like, no, who I am is who I am, and that's all I'm ever going to be.
Yeah,
That's
it's
all we
about
knew.
like they were trying to make him understand, and I think there's a difference between understand and innate instincts, like to see yourself in another way.
Yes.
And no, and I think that's what's so curious about the melding of the Klingon and the Jem'Hadar, because they
Yeah.
are what we know them as, the way of the warrior, the soldier that meant and programmed to be nothing but a soldier. And now
Yes.
they're meshed together, and yeah, there is very much that side to her.
Yeah.
But there's also this more emotional understanding and understands the difference. Like in that scene where she plays and she's trying to make one cadet scared to death and run away, and says how much she loves it when she does that, because she's in her face and treating him like like we envision the military sergeant getting on someone. And it's a brilliantly played scene, because there's a softer side where she's just like, that's just made my day. That was fun. And then you see the moments with Jett Reno where there's like love and connection. And yes, I'm still forceful, but I'm not aggressive.
No. It is passionate.
Yes.
It is loving passion.
And that's very Klingon.
It
Passion is a very Klingon characteristic.
It's really, I mean, it's the reason that they don't do anything with anybody but Klingons. And if you somehow survived, good on you. You were made of some tougher stuff.
There's going to be many visits to the med bay, but
so many visits.
So many visits. And I wonder, like, that's got to be something the Doctor knows.
The Doctor knows it all.
He knows it all.
The Doctor knows it all. I wanted more because it's the first time we've ever seen that species. And the one thing that I feel like they kind of did well with Darum, glitter vomit. We got an episode to learn more about that species.
Yes.
I would have loved to seen him more in his natural form, because that was Stunnerino.
Right.
Like, they're beautiful people.
Yes.
Or species or creatures or whatever. Like, I never know what to call aliens, because I don't want to. I'm not trying to center myself as a human in this world.
Right. Species, I think, is the best way to go.
It's the best way,
it's
right?
our only option.
It's our only option. So, like, I wanted to know more. Like, yes, we got the basic premise of who this character is, because of the fact that you're a Klingon and a Jem'Hadar. Of course, you're the commander. Of course, you're teaching them warrior skills. Of course, you're teaching them strategy, yada, yada, yada. But I want to know more about you. I did like the fact that we got to see a quote unquote softer side of her in the conversation and the relationship with Jett Reno, but I wanted more. And that just made me slightly sad, because I also love the actress playing her.
Oh, right.
Comedian. Like, Gina is funny. And I used to literally, every Tuesday, she would be like, it's Tuesday. Tunes on Tuesday. What is it? And would play the most random songs, and like that were British inspired or even like just American inspired, and be like, that's how I know you. You're just so fun loving and can bring so much more to Star Trek as a whole.
Well, and I think, oh my gosh, I think Gina was the perfect choice for this character.
Who else would it
Clearly.
be?
Right.
But honestly, like, if you think about, like, okay, because let's be clear, canon is that Klingons are black. That's just what it is. Like, I don't care. Like, I get it. In the original series, they looked Asian, but like when Michael Dorn was cast, like, that's just what it is. Like, that's who they are.
Right.
Jaden has sort of solidified that. Even in what was the one with the albino one, the one who with Pike, Strange New Worlds. Is that where we got the albino?
No, in Discovery.
In Discovery, we got the like Strange, buddy. You're still, because here's the thing: albinism is a condition, not a quote unquote racial designation. You can be white and have albinism. You can be black and have,
Correct.
right. So I'm saying that for all the people who think that, like, just because you have albinism that you're still black. Like,
right.
It is what it is, right? I'm trying to figure out what other actor could have played this truly, whatever woman, I hate saying female, what other woman actor could have stepped into this role. Someone that I don't know. It would have been someone that I don't know, because it's unfortunate because there aren't enough. But at the end of the day, it's like,
correct.
I feel like Gina.
Her voice, her mannerisms, everything she brought to that is part
stature.
of her.
Yes.
All of it.
All of it.
And the way she played with her interactions with Ake. I want to know more about their friends.
They're fucking friends.
They are like best friends.
They are like just it.
You know, like there was Jadzia to Sisko.
Yes,
there was
correct.
Tuvok to Janeway.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why, like in the triangle, it's like, no, because truly, Kirk didn't have friends. It was really Kirk and Spock. Like, well, I mean, if we're gonna have a friend, like Bones was, he was cool, but Kirk and Spock, BFFs, you and us will never part. Like, that was his friend.
Yeah.
It was his friend.
Yes.
And they are friends. They are friends for however long they've been together. Like, you know, and here again. This is why I want
backstory.
I need that. I want to know how old you are. I want to know when you met. I want to know the lifespan of a Klingon. We don't know. Like, we only know that what are they, Tellusian? No, Lanthanites live forever because with Carol King. No, Carol Kane.
Yeah.
Listen, I am so sorry, ma'am, if you are listening. I know who you are. You are brilliant, and I apologize for messing up your last name.
And we love you.
With all of our hearts. Like I need to know the things. Like, just break it down. Like, give me your 725. Klingons live for, because again, how old was Picard? Picard's like 202 because they just replaced all of him inside. He doesn't have any, like, the only thing that's still his is his brain and his eyeballs. Like, everything else,
we don't know.
I think so. I don't
know. He was assimilated. He was Borgified at one point.
I know, but I think even if you're Borgified, you keep your brain, because 7 of 9, like, it's just it leaves a stain of the collective. It doesn't suck your brain out of your head. It's not Moopsie.
We
it's not
don't. But there
bones.
could be Borg parts still in there.
I don't think Borg. So okay, we're taking a departure, but I'm sorry, I'm going to bird walk for just a second.
Go.
When it comes to the Borg, I think that the assimilation is like think about jellyfish tentacles.
Okay.
So you got a little jellyfish and got his little tenties. I feel like the Borg, the way that they put their little probe into you, it deposits something that sort of like maybe like shields your brain and little tennies go in. But when you are deborgified, like when it sort of dries out, so it's like it leaves little particles in there, but your brain is still your brain. What it does is sort of just takes over. It's sort of like, you know what it's like? It's like the zombie ant, the one that like, this is so bizarre. It's an insect that sort of attaches to an ant. and takes over its brain, and it's just doing what, like, it's like a caterpillar or a beetle, and the ant now is just
In the
it's
Borg world, I think we call those nanoprobes.
yeah, thank you.
There
See,
you go.
you have to help me. So nanoprobes go in, and there may be a stain of it, but your brain is still your brain. It doesn't liquefy your brain. It doesn't, like,
Okay.
Moopsie's not drinking your bones. Like, you're still on the
Oopsie. Oh, I'm
my
going to bring you
favorite.
back, and all we're going to do is talk about Borg. I can't wait.
No, 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 we're not. Okay, come on.
Yeah, we
You're
are.
gonna bring me back. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh,
For a total,
yes.
not bring you back right now. I mean, in another episode, we're going to talk Borg. It'll be great.
Please.
Absolutely.
Pin in that, everyone, listeners. I'm coming. I've been invited back. Oh, that's my little happy dance. Okay.
Great. I love it.
But I do want to know. I want to know. I want to know more about the backstory. I want to know
I do
how
too.
Thok came to Starfleet, because Jem'Hadar were never. I don't think that species would have, in sort of traditional Trek, or in that, not traditional Trek, in the that phase of the Federation, would have been welcomed in, because it seemed like they were presented as just a warring
Yes.
nation, for lack of a better
No,
term.
absolutely. I think you're spot on. I agree.
So like, how do we get here? And
Right.
as one of my co-hosts says, maybe there is, in this universe of Trek, it's not that they're a hybrid, it's that's just the evolution. Like, we don't know where we are in evolution. Like, there could be species who somehow just evolved, that
Yeah.
they were able to mate, and then that's what happens, and now
Right.
there's
Because we know, like, the last time we saw Jem'Hadar was 24th century. We're in 32nd century now.
I mean, stranger things have happened.
Way stranger. And way stranger in real reality, not in Star Trek world, but
That's
just
what I'm
in
saying.
reality.
Stranger
Yeah?
things have happened. Like, what are we all like? It's humanly, it's absolutely possible. So I want to know. I want to know more.
Yeah.
That's what I'm left with.
Yes, more. Just more. So you want to be taught by Lura, or is that terrifying?
I would love that, because I look at her as a, in my mind, like, I hate doing the one for one comparisons, but that's just the way that my mind works when it comes to, like, Star Trek, like new Star Trek, like, who is the essence of this character in the timeline, in the archetypes of Star Trek. It's like when we say, would you rather do tai yoga, leotard tai chi with Beverly and Deanna, or be taught, do tai chi with Worf? I want Worf to teach me tai chi and the Batleth. I want her to teach me the ways of this species. Like,
Yeah.
what are you twirling? What, like,
Right.
what has changed?
What's-
Like, do we
Yeah,
have a
what's your
different weapon?
combat strategy? You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Yes. Like, how do you figure out the positioning of the
Right.
ship and the
And
that?
also, like, how does she know where her line is when she's, like, pushing a cadet? Like, how does she know
Yes.
when to pull back? Because
Yeah.
the Jem'Hadar did not ever pull back.
There was no pulling back.
Klingons? Depends on the Klingon.
I feel like it depends on the Klingon, because we've seen more Klingons than not.
Correct.
Today is a great day to die.
Absolutely. That's their culture.
Credence,
That's yes.
You do not retreat, because when you retreat, you're showing weakness, and we are not a weak people.
So there has been evolution. We just don't know when or how or why.
Maybe
We need more info.
we need more info. Maybe it's the not the two wrongs make a right, but the the fact that, like, you can put two negatives together and get a positive, like that type of thing. Like,
Yeah.
like these two, I'm gonna call them warring, just because I can't think of it. Like, these
No,
two
no,
sort of
it's appropriate.
these warring species coming together softens those edges. Like, unlike roughing it up like Tilly, like, it somehow sort of mutes. Like, there's still the need for maybe it turns into passion. Again, like the aggressiveness, the dial turns down to passion, not up to rage, right? Like,
Yeah. Because there's
like
a
we're,
line there. There's a line
yeah,
between the two. You
yeah.
can,
It's thin,
but
but
it's
there's a
there.
line. There's
Yes.
you can tell the difference between a person when you meet them, when they're the difference between being angry and just sort of being tough. Like the situation, like two people coming from the same sort of situation, you're either bitter about it or you're sort of resigned to it and you're like, yes, it's made me stronger or it's made me angry. And I
Yeah.
feel like these two cultures coming together has made them stronger, not angrier. Like they didn't go
Yes.
dark. It went,
Yeah.
oh, we're now a little gray. Like it's because it was like
Yeah.
we're dying, we're fighting. That's black and white. And what is black and white? Gray.
Gray. Gandalf the Gray.
Great wizard.
Right.
Great wizard. Good pipe.
Excellent pipe. If you're gonna have a pipe, have a Gandalf pipe.
Mm-hmm.
Before we get into our next set of women of Academy, just a couple
Mm-hmm.
fun questions.
Love it.
Who gives the best side eye? Oh, I stumped her. I made her laugh.
You made me laugh because it's interesting because I don't know if necessarily anyone's giving side eye more or like than it not more than like I it's like it's not side eye that they're giving, it's sort of like come on. And I feel like that is Reno
Yeah.
because it's like y'all serious.
Yes.
It's not necessarily, but it's a come on now. What are we doing here?
What I like about all of the women of Academy is that all of them at some level have done that to
Yeah.
another
Yeah.
character or a situation.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think Reno does set the stage as the leader
Yeah.
of the side eye
Yes.
or concerning look.
Yes.
But yes. Then what about who's most likely to save the day?
Out of all of the women
Yeah.
that we've yet to even the ones we've yet to talk about,
Sure. Yeah.
I know the answer technically is Nahla because she has collectively the most experience, like practical experience.
Sure.
However, I feel like Sam, because of the downloaded experience, like being able to house all of the information of all of the information of
Yes.
all of the information you can calculate.
Yeah, and there's also that level of emotional intelligence that she now has because again, she
Yes.
clocks all of her cadet friend family.
Yep.
She clocks all the professors. Like there's
Yep.
just something at a higher level where and in the end, she did save part of the team that saved the day in episode
Yes.
10 because she was typing in the little typing of the algorithm to
She was the one.
take down the Omegas. Yep.
Like, listen, I'm not, playing part cheesy here. Give me a fucking second. As she continues to work. Which
Right. I mean,
yeah.
yeah. Brilliant. All right, so the next group of women of Academy, these are our kind of our wild cards, our rising voices, and kind of the ones to watch.
I love the rising stars.
Right? They are, aren't they? They really are. Well, we've talked a lot about each of them already, but Genesis, Lythe, what does she bring to the ensemble?
She brings an experience with Starfleet that none of them do. She brings a connection to command that none of them do.
Like you referenced earlier, like Mariner from
Yes.
Lower Decks. Like Mariner's got the familial ties to Starfleet and the Federation and has lived under that umbrella her entire life.
Correct. And for better or worse.
Yeah, which we see both sides from her in this first season, which I think is wonderfully played out. Again, wonderfully written. 10 out of 10 stars.
10 out of 10.
I loved there were a lot of great moments with Genesis where like you do see the evolution of the bond between she and Sam. You see her build a connection to Caleb. You see her understanding or wanting to break that tension between her and Tarima. There's just she of all of them, I think, is connecting to the other characters. Oh, I lost you.
Oh, haha, I hit the button.
Oh, there. Just kidding.
Just kidding. Yeah, it's because I decided to plug the power cord into the wrong one. And so I've been like slow. It's hilarious. I was like, that battery's not going to last. But, it's all good. I will mute myself and then flip the microphone into the right port and the charging into the correct port. But I hit the button so you wouldn't hear it. And then, screwed myself. Here we are.
Here we are.
Yes, and we're back. And we're back. I think that because she had the growing up experience, I think she's been very isolated. Like, we don't know if she has any siblings, correct? Like, it seems like she may be an only child, so that's why so much is expected of her. Like that her parents, like all of the eggs are in the basket of like, this is what we do as a family. We go into Starfleet Academy. We come out as command. We get our first ship. Like her steps have sort of been ordered for her, again, for better or for worse. I think that because she, in my mind, is an only child and slightly isolated, not maybe having the connection with other people in the way that she wanted to because she came from the family she came from. It's like being a royal. Like, she's not a royal, but that's how I equate it. Where it's like,
no, I get what you mean, because it's almost like the opposite of Mariner in that regard, because Mariner was like, they were like, you want to be in Starfleet and you want to achieve the highest level and rank that you possibly can in Starfleet. And Mariner's like, time out, no. But Genesis is like, I feel like I have to achieve the highest level of command I possibly can.
I have to.
Yes.
And because of that, I think she was starved for connection. So that is why in the very first episode, when Sam is in the hallway being like, hi, hoo, ha, weird little like duck out of water, trying so hard and failing miserably.
Trying too hard. Yes.
Too hard. But she doesn't know it's too hard because she's never had to do it before because she just got a body. Like, she's 2 seconds old. She's like, I don't know how to work in this. Just being like, oh, okay. I'm gonna, having empathy and compassion in a split second. I'm gonna bring you in and I'm gonna help you because I feel like you have the best intention. I can tell that you're a good person.
Which reading people would make that's a good quality to have as a captain in Starfleet.
Correct. I mean, and I feel like she connected with each of our cadets in a very real way.
Yes.
To the benefit and, as we saw with Darren, to the detriment of her. Because, again, she was opening herself up. She's to have been sort of placed on the track of this is what you're going to do. She's very open and kind in a way that most people wouldn't be, like in the real world.
Do you think that's because she never had the opportunity to connect with people before?
Yeah, I really think that she was isolated. I really think this, like, she was only kid, homeschooled, but not homeschooled by her parents. Like, in my mind, like, not homeschooled by her parents, homeschooled by a tutor. Isolated, like, with all of the things you must know, all of the different houses.
Well, and that's true because this would have been during the burn. So there was a lot of what was happening in Starfleet was isolated, was undercover, was trying to rebuild what little they had before they even get to the academy being established again. So yeah, that plays in perfectly to the storyline.
It's kind of like, if you can equate it to sort of COVID of our time. We were all isolated. We were all in our own little bubbles trying to rebuild as the world around us
Except
crumbled.
their COVID lasted 100 years.
Correct.
Horrifying thought.
Horrifying thought.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so who she talked to? Who is she hung around? She's
parents.
her correct. If she's even really hung around her parents, because her parents were out doing whatever to help
Yes.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I really feel like she was isolated in not a good way. In a like it was
different than
like,
how Caleb was isolated. He was isolated by himself out in the world.
correct. Still having experiences with people. Okay, this is crazy, but this is what it reminds me of in watching of the Bridgerton of it all. The fact that Lady Danbury took
Yes.
his father was a total jack monkey, because total asshole, because the mother died, and then he was like, he had a stutter and he had to go away. I can't
either, but I know who you mean.
You right? So if Lady Danbury, like before she came and took him, what was he? Isolated with just a teacher. Had zero connection to the outside world.
Right.
But yes, been rescued when he was a small child to then grow up to be an actual human being. A rake of it all, but a human being.
Right.
She, in my mind, didn't have that. Like, she's just been alone with a tutor or semblance of tutors who their only task, teach her the material, teach her this. We don't need emotions. We don't need. There was no social, emotional connection to anything.
Right.
Learn it. It's like being the next, being taught, like, I guess, a Prince William. Like,
yeah,
your job is to learn how to be king.
Yeah.
One day. I mean, and not that, like, I don't mean, I'm not saying that, like, her parents are like some royalty within Starfleet, but it just seems like if you've got an admiral and an admiral and
yeah,
what else?
She wasn't allowed to identify herself within that path at all.
Her own passions.
Yes, because, and I love that she still wants to be a captain, even after she's discovering more about herself throughout this season.
And you want to know why? Because she sees what a good captain is. She sees the way that you can be in command and be different than.
Yes. And isn't that a beautiful thing that Ake taught her? That you can mess up and it not be the end of the world.
Correct.
And that, I think, is where it will lead me right to my next question. In this season, did we see Genesis find that balance, strike that chord of balance between being the rule follower and the rule breaker?
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
Because she learns that from each of her fellow cadets.
This is why I say, like, this, both on the teacher side and the student side, the cohort that was created showcases the best of what Star Trek is.
100%.
Each person had a role to play, and each person was able to teach someone, like, to recognize what they needed and to give it to them.
Yes.
In a not like, you need to learn this, but like, don't be a dick. Like right. Glitter vomit. Like, you vomit glitter. Like, there's not, what can you do?
Really? That's the beauty of that character, right? I'm going to be a jackass.
I mean,
but I'm also going to throw up glitter.
Glitter.
It's fantastic.
It's fantastic. Also seeing him change in showing Jaden, like, no, I'm going to empathize, understand that you need confidence to be able to talk in front of people. Like, I understand you're shy and you're an introvert, and really what you want to do is, plants and medicine. Like, that's your path. You are a pacifist. Fine.
Right.
But what I know of Klingons is that they're warriors and they're strong and they're confident and they have gravitas. Here's how I can help you tap into that, even though you have shied away from it because of family, strife. It's just not who you are. It's not how you were born. You were born as genteel soul.
Right. He gave Jaden permission to be a confident pacifist.
Correct.
And that is something Worf had to spend his entire life learning.
And he came back drinking tea,
chamomile tea.
I mean, very calming tea. My
Very,
goodness.
very calming.
Sir.
I love Genesis. I wasn't sure about her in the beginning.
Was she too
Cold. They presented her as cold and distant to me, in my opinion.
like brash and sort of
A
like
little bit, yeah. And I think, I get it now because she was presenting that because that's who she had to be her entire life to that point. Yeah. I enjoy that character a lot, and I am excited to see what happens in season 2.
That is correct.
All right, next, let's talk about, you would refer to her as Neckbolt, but her real name on the show is Tarima Sadal.
It's a shame. It really, it's a shame the minute that my brain decides that
This is your name. I get it.
Yeah, it's just like cadet school. Like it came out and Damazon and Mike Jones were like, Starfleet Academy. I was like, yeah, cadet school. Hello, they're cadets. They're going to school.
Right. Oh, I love it. No, I approve of it. I think nicknames, they have to exist at some level because it just makes life better.
Yeah, I like her. I like her. She's very... Okay, you're gonna go ahead. Ask your question. Do your thing.
No, go.
She's just strange. Okay, they're strange. This whole premise, I like the premise that we're trying to get Bajor. No,
Beta Z.
Beta Z. Thank you. I knew it was a B.
You were right.
Beta Z back. And the last time we've had Beta Zedians, Betazoids, that's what we call them.
Yes.
We're two of the greatest.
Right.
Let's be clear. Really, one of the absolute greatest Betazoids can you...
But, okay, let me ask you this.
Yes. Okay.
What we never really got from Deanna Troi, or even from Luxwana, her mother, what we love and adore, both of them.
Yes.
But we never really saw Deanna written where she fully explored her abilities.
No. It was a party trick.
It was.
And it was a party trick.
And used as a resource for moving stories along.
Oh, yeah. That's what, like, mining it. It was like, do that thing you do to make us know, like, we're going to bring you so you can, because we know that you're not full, right? Like, so that was...
Yeah.
That was the sort of slight to her. And I think it spoke to, again, Star Trek. It speaks to the world writ large, that speaking to, like, oh, because you're not full-blooded something, whatever that, you're not a purebred something, you are less than, and you're not as important, or you're not as valuable as someone who is, right? Now, yes, was Deanna very valuable to Picard? Absolutely, as a counselor, as being able to have conversation and to sort of bat things. I feel like Guinan was more so, but that's just because Guinan, again, centuries of time. Like, as we've learned, you have to be a species who is able to see things over long period, not 10, 20, 30 centuries.
Yes.
Centuries is how we learn. Apparently.
Well, some of us do, anyway.
Yep.
Yep.
That was the self-editing of today.
I got you.
My mother would be very proud, because I'm not good at that. However, and, like, yes, her talent and skill, her innate gift was used sometimes for the benefit of, and yes, pushing the story forward. Sometimes it was just like, I have a feeling about something, which is unfortunate. These Betazoids are different in a way of, like, number one, it's weird that it's never explained. I shouldn't say weird. It's interesting that it's never explained to us why the father is he like when they all start? This is like my brain sort of broke a little bit. It's like, are they all now silent because they have telepathy? Like,
Oh yeah, we didn't
Troy
learn.
Troy would always be mad at her mother. She's like, talk, like it's rude. It's like people who speak a foreign language, like, and you bring your only English speaking friend to, and there's everyone speaking German. It's like, can you speak English? Because it's rude that we're having this conversation and we're leaving my partner out or my friend out. It's that type of deal. She would be telling her mother, like, stop being rude, stop talking to me in my brain, like, use your words. So when we're introduced to this new faction, it's like, had they just all stopped talking? Like in the beginning, it's like, right? Because it's like the chancellor, the president is, we don't even know if he's deaf, but it's like someone else is talking for him. So it's like, okay, your mind bubble is going to this thing, so then we can hear it because it's been however many centuries and you all have evolved to just not speak.
Right.
Because that's a possibility.
Right.
Like,
but then we learn it's attached to Tarima's trauma of an ability that no one else in her species seems to have.
Right. Which is like an elevated, I can get in your mind and make you, I can take you in your mind to a place that I think would make you feel safe based on the information that I've culled from your mind because I can get in your mind. Mm-hmm. Right? Like that's...
Right, but then it even goes beyond that, doesn't it? Because then she can use that, it's... I'm making a Star Wars reference here, but it's like the Force. Like she's got some force within her where she can use it for good or she can use it for bad.
Evil. Oh, sort of like in Twilight, how it's how Bella can force field and cloak people to protect them from the twin who uses her thing for bad. Here we are, Jodi. This you're helping. Yes.
So it's an interesting, right? Like she's got power.
She's got untapped power.
Yes.
And even though we saw her display, I'm going to say quote unquote, maybe 85% of her, because I don't believe that that's the full. Here's the thing. Haha. I feel like they gave her that power that was akin to that little boy who was sad, left on the planet, who created the burn. Right?
Absolutely. 100%.
Like,
agree.
Somehow, whatever that, we'll call it mutation, like just because that's all you can really say, like some gene mutation, some deletion on her, chromosome 37 has caused her to be able to elevate or expand the power of her mind verbally that sends shockwaves through time and space.
Yeah. And we don't understand it. Starfleet doesn't understand it. Her own species doesn't understand it.
No one understands it. So what do? They put a dampener on her. Who else had something like that? Didn't some other... I don't like it's like a dampening field, but I feel like I don't know if it's in Star Trek, but something else that I've seen that's like they put something.
Data had he eventually got an emotional chip. He never had that before because it was something that they put then an emotional. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it was a dampener, but something that helped him control his emotions. Is that what you're? No. No,
it'll something else that I don't know. Something else in my brain is like we've seen something where someone has had some type of, I'm going to call it an emotional dampener, but it's not about emotion. It was just something about controlling this power in them because it was unregulated, right? Like she has unregulated power. She does not know how to
like regulate.
And regulate is like, yes, regulate, but like, how you, like you turn the water on in a shower, you have to turn it all the way up so that, because you want it to start hot, because if you turn it in the middle, it never gets hot. You have to turn it all the way to the freaking left. And then by the time you come back and check it, like your hand is burning because you're like, fuck. And so then you have to turn it down some, but then you turn it down too much. So then you got to turn it back up so you get the perfect sort of temperature. For her, she doesn't have the regulator. It's on or it's off.
Yeah.
And the neck bolt is there to catch those flares, right? Like you see, it's blue and then it kind of turns red because I feel like it's like a flash, like her insides, because it's being contained. Like a tea kettle, it's like being contained, so it's always like simmering, and then eventually there's like a whoo, but it's like it has to catch it. Like it's like what they
Yes.
want to put on my water heater. They want to put like a water heater regulator on there so that the power that it shoots out the hot water doesn't shake all of the pipes in my old house. That makes it go conk conk because it's just
Yeah.
too forceful. Like I feel like that's what they're trying to stop. And then when she popped that sucker off and said, "No, no, you won't hold me back." It's like Lilu in The Fifth Element, where she had to let go and like that, like
Right.
that's what it is. Like
I mean,
it's
all hell breaks loose because she doesn't have that control over it. She yet, at least
yes,
that we know of.
yeah, yeah,
Right?
yeah. But how do you? But
Yeah.
how do you control something that seemingly emotionally based, not emotion in the way of like, oh, she's hysterical, send her to the psychiatrist to get a little boo boo boo, and then she's
Right.
there's got to be a way to tap into how, I mean, she did slightly, like, here's the thing, she did
Right.
Kay and connect, you know what it is, connection again here. All of these people were isolated. Every single cadet was isolated in their own world in some type of way from other people who could understand them. Darum, isolated because he's supposed to marry the chick and they're supposed to rule the planet of the fishes. Jaden, isolated because he's completely different from everybody in his family, and then literally isolated because they said, peace out. Goodbye. Caden, uh, uh, isolated because his mama was taken from him.
Yes, Caleb.
Sam,
Yep.
Caleb, thank you. Sam, isolated because you're the
She's new.
first brand looking new. You get a body. Good luck, Godspeed. Genesis, as we've talked about, isolated because her parents are off being super important, but yet she still has to be on a path. Who am I missing?
Well,
No,
Anisha, I mean, even you could say the same thing about the leadership with Nahla Ake isolated because she had to leave Starfleet because she was in conflict
correct,
with what she was representing. Reno
correct,
isolated because she's came 900 years into the future and is trying to find her new path. We've
correct.
got Commander Thok who's isolated because we don't know how many of her species
There
combination
are,
there are. We
yeah,
don't know if she's the only one. We don't
correct.
know.
Yep,
And Tilly, she's been isolated in her own way. Again,
correct.
900 years, fast forward. So, yes, this has all been about, right? What's the
Yes,
crux?
the crux of it.
The doctor, we know he feels isolated because he's lived
Oh,
for 900 years. This whole series is built around,
mm-hmm.
I'm isolated, I'm an individual,
Individual,
and I don't know what it means or how to
correct.
exist and connect with others. And Academy teaches them that.
In a real way,
In
not
a yes.
in a superficial transactional way. Here's the
No.
thing is that each of them has connected to someone in a transactional way to get something to further, except maybe Sam, because new, like Sam is like out of that, but everyone
Right.
else like transactionally has had contact with people, but not in a real deep emotional, as you know, they would say on Love is Blind, we had an emotional connection through the walls,
No.
a deep emotional connection, so that when I see your face and I see that you are not blonde haired and blue eyed, that I don't love you. You don't have dark features like the woman, and you're not 6'2" and strapping lumberjack, but you are 5'7" and a mole. Like, like,
Right.
like somehow being in this new environment with a plethora of new people being thrust together, having to have the conversations. Also, the fact that these people aren't in their singular quarters. Think about, this is the first time we've seen shared quarters. And they didn't have to do that, because here's, in college or even boarding school, you don't necessarily have to have a roommate. Like, you could be in a quote unquote single.
Right.
So I thought that was really interesting, how not only did they make them share dorm rooms, it wasn't just two, it was like, hey, we'll throw a third one in here.
Right. Right.
Like a quad.
Yeah, absolutely. And yes, was that intentional? Absolutely, for the storytelling, but
Yeah.
it made sense for the school. It's first year, bringing everybody back together.
Yep.
Let's see who we get. Let's make this happen. And I think what that's interesting about Tarima is, they put her, she wants to be in the War College, which is that her choice? Is that her family's choice? We don't know.
I honestly, I think it's her choice.
Yeah, I do too.
Because I think that the time that she spent having to tamp down what she actually may innately feel, like the warrior side of her, like that could be what that is, like being able to use that power within her in a, not like, I don't want to go explore the galaxy, I want to figure out how we can continue to keep the universe safe, how we can use strategy, how I can learn defenses. Maybe this power is what will help us continue to keep Starfleet safe.
That's interesting, because I like that perspective, because for me it was like all she had known was causing harm with it, that it could harm other people. It harmed her father, and it caused other people on her planet concern. So she only knew to use it in a aggressive way. But I do like the idea that maybe the War College could teach her strategy and control over it. I can see that mindset too from her. I think that makes sense too, because then it explains her connection with Caleb, where she experiences love and a romantic connection with somebody that she is able to control it until she doesn't want to anymore. Like, she made that choice to get into his head. And that is, I think, the insight into Tarima's course that might lie ahead for her. Yeah. Is that she can control it. She just doesn't fully know how to yet.
Yes. And I think that I hate to be like, he's the key to her controlling her fear. However, I think that him showing her, giving her permission to be her whole self, because no one else has given her that permission. Everyone else has told her to hide that part of her because of the danger that she previously posed, of the danger and harm that she inflicted unintentionally. He has said, no, you have control over that. You just have to choose to control it. So I'm going to allow you in because you did it. Like, I think that honestly, it was a slip for her to go into his mind that time. Like, it wasn't, I don't think it was like intentionally trying to like fish for things. It was that, when you're so relaxed, when you're so like in bliss, when you're so like things just happen, like you just sort of daydream, or you sort of like you fall into something. It was just, she was so comfortable. She felt so loved. It was just like her unconscious mind was like, I need to feel more of it. And somehow she stumbled into the section of the trauma, not the section of the love, which then all of that unfolded.
Yeah, absolutely.
In my mind.
I know. I think that it makes perfect sense, because I also think that's how she moves forward in season 2, right? Like, there has to be she has to grow from what she's already experienced.
Yep.
But it's going to be that connection and that permission to be herself. Like, it's okay, be who you are.
Be who you are.
And I think she's going to get that from more than obviously just Caleb moving forward.
Correct.
Yeah.
That is correct. It's going to be, she has to, because he's really the only one, like, he's the only one who knows the inner demon-y workings. She's going to have to open up. There's going to have to be a time where she opens up to someone else, and
Yes.
they're also going to help put those little puzzle pieces together for her to fully mature into someone who can control that power and not need a neck bolt to do it.
Absolutely. And speaking of characters and maturity, we should talk about Sam.
I would weep right now. I honestly didn't know that Sam was a character that I needed to know
Right?
until she appeared. I didn't know. I didn't. Again, as I said to you, I don't look at, read, until it's in it, it's over. Then I'm like, yep, follow all the people because you're amazing and I want to know more about you.
Yes.
Sam is. Sam is one of the best gateway representations of what Starfleet always wanted to be. What being human can be. What being a fully realized individual can be. With cuts, bruises, joy, disappointments, heartache, love, understanding, empathy, drive, passion, knowledge, wrapped up into a non-corporeal being who has lived 2 lives in 10 episodes, had their heart broken, had their heart mended, came back to save the Federation, to save her friends, to show them the ways in which you can be more than yourself.
I find it wonderful that Star Trek, through these non-humanoid characters, Data, the Doctor, Sam, 7 of 9, who's been Borgified.
Correct.
Right?
Nope, correct.
Hugh, who was full Borg and then got released from the collective.
Correct.
These characters have taught us more about what it means to be human than the actual humanoid characters.
Correct.
I believe that's intentional because we don't give them humanity because they're not human.
Correct.
Oh, wait a minute. All they want to be is more human. And then they teach us how to be the best versions of ourselves. And Sam is doing that for a new audience, a younger audience. She's doing that for old dinosaur lesbians who have been watching Trek since the 70s. I love everything about Sam. I love the joyful exuberance of a young adolescent or toddler or whatever she is in those beginning days.
Adolescent is great.
Right? And I love the way her hair changed as she evolved throughout this series. And how it was an expression of what she was feeling and experiencing because she is a digital entity. And that would change whether by her choice or by what just is happening with her circuitry or whatever it is. It is such a brilliant character and such a glorious addition to the lore of characters who have taught us so much about not only what we should be, but who we should become. And Sam is doing that in 10 episodes already. Look, I know we only get 10 more, but I have very high expectations for Sam and their development in this series because I think, like you said, she's not only teaching and learning and growing herself, she now has a father figure to help move her forward, which is beautiful. She
Oh,
has the respect of an entire Federation universe area of space because she was a part of that motley crew of cadets and Reno and the Doctor to save everybody. Sam has made connections with every cadet, every professor. She's glorious. There aren't perfect
glorious.
carriers, but she's a perfect character.
She's a perfect character.
Mm-hmm.
I truly, I watched that episode named Sam. I needed to. I was alone. Like, yes, I'm always watching this alone, but like, I knew based on like just some little chatter, like with the like,
Yeah.
don't. I knew that I needed to be in my bed under my little coveys with my phone watching it because it hit so deep because we've watched her try, fail, try, fail some more, keep trying to connect with the only other being who is similar to her because they are not the same. Like Sam and the Doctor are completely different beings.
Yes.
However, they have similar characteristics based on the fact that they're both, I mean, non-corporeal. Like the Doctor is a goddamn hologram who's just like Sam again. Like they don't have actual bodies, but they do. It's a mind fuck for anybody who
Yes.
like doesn't get. But the fact that they gave us her whole life, a second, like she died. We watched a character that we fucking loved die, like not like Game of Thrones. I mean, if y'all haven't watched it, spoiler fucking alert. Like the man lost his head. Like he was the main character. What are we talking about?
Right.
Who are you? What? You can't have well, apparently you can. No one's safe, right? Like I didn't think that that's where we were in Star Trek. Like no, 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 no. Our people don't die. Like,
Right.
Cisco didn't die. He became a goddamn prophet. Like
He
not
ascended.
dead.
Yes.
He's
yes.
ascended. He's a prophet. Like what's his name? Burial. Like he had to die. Like we kind of wanted Kira to have some love, but you got some love, and that was over with. Like be happy about it. Like
Right.
you got some
Right.
tender love and care. But they killed. Like I mean, they didn't kill her, but like she died.
Yeah.
She died and
ceased to exist because they couldn't repair her.
ma'am, well, how long have you been glitching? Well, I figured out. Huh? And then to watch a character from day one who rejected her up until the moment she died to go, actually, hi, I'm going to raise my hand. I was wrong. Y'all can't repair her. Me. What the time here? Okay, so I spend 17 years, which is 5 minutes. Like it was something crazy like that, right? Like
Right.
a year is like 10 seconds.
Right. I mean, I think he had to spend less than 2 weeks to go through 17 years to give her life, to give her a whole life, a life filled with emotion and connection.
Oh. It like to this moment, right? Like it is for me
Goosebumps.
one of the most profound stories that they have told. One of the clearest lines of humanity between two beings that are not human. What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
The beauty of sci-fi, of Star Trek. I have said this a lot when we do review episodes on the Clonestar podcast called 10 Forward, and we reviewed every single episode. And I have been saying in every episode that Starfleet Academy is true Trek. It is the heart and soul of what Trek is supposed to be.
Yeah.
And Sam exemplifies that.
There there is no other. Like,
No.
yay, Caleb, who love you. Yay, Tarima, you're gonna find some things. Okay, Genesis, you're gonna do your thing. Cool. Like, Glitter Vomit, awesome. Jaden, you're gonna come into your own.
We love
Go
y'all.
go with God, Crispy. Sam is it.
Yes.
And here's the other bit. To actually write in that when she comes back and says to Genesis in her face, you are wanting me to be who you knew me as. I am not that Sam. I am me. Me. I am that Sam died. Yes, sure. Memories of all of the da 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 that we've done. But I've had 17 years of a life with a father. Like, that wasn't isolation, right? Like, even though only child, again, like, here's isolation done right. Here's a singular relationship done right. He sacrificed, like, and not sacrificed, but he did, like, he put his shit to the side, right? Like,
Absolutely.
he sacrificed the memories and the sadness that he was holding on to for almost 1,000 years. Like, what are we talking about?
Sidebar, there's an entire episode I need to have where we blame B'Elanna Torres for the doctor's trauma. Just go back, watch the episode, you'll understand. The Voyager, it's B'Elanna's fault.
I will watch that. Listen, I may go upstairs and watch that this evening. I honestly, for like, I want to just talk about that episode. Like, we did our little, like, talk about the three and then talk about like, it is one of the best episodes of Trek ever written in the entire continuum, consortium, library of Trek. I will fight anyone who says it's not. Like, you cannot give me a flaw. You can't. You can't, except that it's too short. Like, you
right.
Like,
right. I wanted that to be the feature-length movie of an episode because it felt that way, and it was the longest and shortest hour of television I've ever seen. And I'm old, people.
And I'm almost as old. I mean,
Maybe.
Oh no, really. I know. I look like I look as a young.
You're just a young, serious acclamation mill. You still got time. Sam is an amazing character. That episode, she had the 2 episodes, right? The serious acclamation mill, and then the whatever the one was with the play, and then her dying and everybody.
Yes.
Yeah, those 2 episodes, just brilliant. And we haven't even talked about the Cisco one.
Because here's the thing.
Sam.
If there was ever going to be a time, because we all know, unfortunately, saddened within the deepest recesses of my body, that I will never see Cisco again, except to watch Deep Space Nine, which is a travesty, but I get it. You got to do what you got to do. It is what it's going to be.
Right.
However, that episode, when we get to see, spoiler alert, Dax come back. And in Trust, again, the only character who could understand all of that.
Right.
Sam is perfect.
Right. Sam,
and I hate to use that word, truly, because nothing is perfect, but
she's a perfect character for us to view as and for Trek, because again, she's able to not be human, but become the most human and represent the best in humanity.
The best.
And I love that she is played with heart, with brains, and a healthy dose of chaos.
I mean, it's the chaos for me.
It's the
We're going to the bar. We're going to the bar. Bang! Turning it up to like
12.
what?
12 shots,
ma'am.
thanks. Bye.
And here's the thing: has no idea. Like that's like the childlike naivete of like 12 seems like a good number. I mean, most people you can do 12, right?
Yeah. I mean, shocked face on Caleb because he's lived life and seen what 12 shots can do to a person.
He's again. This is what I'm saying. Like, there's always someone on the other side being like, "Wait, okay,
I'm out of here because you're on your own, kid."
we're here. You relax and honestly, most people who are older than 21 who have decided that they are going to have drinking as a part of their world, probably have learned how many shots are too many shots.
Right. I think it's
experience.
way under 12.
by experience, not necessarily by anecdote. Like
right.
Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be out for 6 hours. Am I gonna be dancing? Okay, so there's movement, so I can add a couple more. Make sure I have some water. Nope. It's with experience that you learn. Drink the water in the between. You still have fun.
Right.
You just won't be praying to the porcelain god when you decide to go home.
Exactly.
It's just
Sam. Perfect.
Sam, I want truly, and I honestly, I want even we got more backstory on Sam. The only other like two other characters, Jaden, that backstory, perfect. Caleb because
it's
protagonist,
right? Yeah.
Everyone else, no real backstory. Sam, backstory, front story, future story. Like
all of it.
All of it.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah. Perfect. We love her. We want more of her.
Yes.
Simple as that.
Yep.
Anisha Mir.
Yep.
We see her in episode 1.
Yep.
We see her in episodes 9 and 10.
Yep.
But she's a catalyst.
Yeah.
Right?
She is the driving force of our titular hero, Caleb.
Nice. Yeah. But I think she's also an antagonist to Nahla Ake.
An antagonist, what do you call it? You do something, an unintended consequence.
Yes, for Nahla Ake, yes. And she even has a more complicated relationship with Nus Baraka than anybody else.
Newsflash, didn't say because maybe I was a little slow to it. I may have missed it. Like something went over my head about why she was put away. Like I think that I was too wrapped up in the emotion of a child being snatched to understand why she was being put in confinement. Like did they say in the first episode that the dude died?
So there was a Starfleet officer that was running whatever that shipment was that died in that pirating escapade they were on. And because of that, that's why both she and Baraka were being punished at a higher level and having to serve time. Yeah. And that's since then the separation with the young child boy.
Can I tell you that I know that I heard it. I know that I watched it, but in my mind I did and I say this all the time,
there was a lot going on in that first episode for us to get some foundation on. I agree.
Yeah,
and I feel
it had to be.
And maybe it was not done on purpose. Maybe they gave us some vagary, like we'd have to go back and watch to catch, just simply because they were holding on to her to not come back until that big moment. And do you think it makes her compelling or hard to read?
What makes her in what way?
The fact that we don't really know any more than what we're given in that first episode.
Mm-hmm.
That we know that she's got a strong connection to Caleb, her son,
Yeah.
that she's almost training him in the words with the planet and remember this moon and this code word and in case something separates them.
Yeah.
And then we get the quick separation and then wham, bam, he spends the whole motivation for him even being at Starfleet is the hope to find his mother.
Correct.
So are we compelled, like we want them to be back together enough throughout the season? Is she that character or is she the one like it took us until the last minute to decide if she was on the good or bad side of this situation? Or maybe both.
Okay. I see I'm picking up what you're putting down. So I don't know if necessarily compelling is the word that I would use for her. I think that I like the fact that even though it was his singular motivation for taking Nahla up on the ultimatum, really is what it is. It's an ultimatum.
Right.
You really don't have a choice. It's like, what are you gonna? You're gonna come to frickin' cadet school and you're gonna use all of the tools that I have to help you figure out how to find your mother, right? We know this. And that was his singular motivation. It didn't necessarily cloud his judgment in the way a lot of things are written when someone has just one goal. Like all of the rest of it helped to sort of sprinkle in extra business, even though he had one goal, the through line.
Right.
When we got to her, and I always say this as a person who's had a kid, like who has a kid, not had, like who actually actively has a tiny dictator. People say, oh, when I had my child, my heart grew and I was filled with love. Not me. There is a rage, it is like venom. You know how Spider-Man like the goo comes out, like inside of me is that goo that if ever anything happens to him, I mean in any way, some kid pushes him on a playground, I will tell you about yourself and then I will fight you. Like I'm not fighting, but I will tell your parents in the ways that yes, I did talk to your child because you're not going to do that. Like it is a protective rage that is unlike anything I've ever felt in my life to this day. It like sits inside of me like neck bolts in right? Like it's in there. Like I could scream and destroy 7 city blocks.
So you relate to the strong maternal instincts that existed or showcased in Anisha Mir.
Correct. And the ways in which she's like, okay, sure, you great. You found my kid. You protected my kid. I still want my pound of flesh. Mm-hmm. I mean, truly, like I was with her. I was like, yeah, of course, guilty.
Right.
There is nothing that you can say to you, Nahla Ake, can say to me to make me forgive you for separating me from my child for 13 years with zero like no. And
okay, but in that trial scene, Ake helps Anisha see that she was forced into the decision she made because of the rule of the space quadrant there.
Yep.
And that what Baraka had fed her was, of course, not 100% true.
Bullshit.
Right. Exactly. So that's where we see there's a slight turn.
There is a turn. Yes. And because just like the line that Caleb is on of like, you have done me wrong. She's never reached out to me. She never wanted to talk to me. I'm sending her all these messages. The turn of like, oh no, here they are because I forgot what our code word was.
Right. Which Sam helped him discover, by the way.
Sam. Does it all come back to Sam?
Always.
Always, all roads lead back. Yes, the sort of veil is lifted from her eyes
Right.
of the singular, like black and white of it all, being like, no, on the ship was not a Starfleet it was, he was doing XY, like he was nefarious. No, baby, it was a single, a medical ship that was his transport and da 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 da. Yes, she was softened, but it was her son. It was the flesh of her flesh and the blood of her blood that was the reason she ultimately changed it. Yeah, now, yeah, you gave me some information, sure, okay, yet and still you are the reason I have not seen my son in 13 years.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have given a good goddamn.
Right.
I don't care. I don't care that the Federation had these rules. You could have seen me, you could have seen my humanity then. That look at my situation. I'm a single mother. Look, it's not like she looked like she was well fed and well taken care of. Like she,
Right.
do you know what I mean? Like, again, isolation. These two individuals isolated together, trying to do the best they can. And this is where there has to be discernment. There has to be some type of compassion. There has to be something. Like, you could have advocated for this woman. You could have questioned her and been like, well, why did you do, and we don't know what happened, right? But this is why TV is great, because you get to make up all these things. But like, did you have a conversation with her? Were you there when they, like, how did the trial go? Because we've seen trials, we've seen
Right.
how it works. So you can't tell me if the trial went the way that we've seen them work. Data getting his humanity. What's her face at the planet where you can't believe the oxygen? I'm an not I'm an
Strange New
augment.
Worlds.
In Strange New Words, I'm an augment. I'm on the planet where we've watched trials. Hell, Encounter at Farpoint. We've watched trials happen. So you can't tell me in the year of the Starfleet that we are in that there weren't extenuating circumstances. There's the word I was looking for, that would have given her a reduced sentence and would have changed the way, like, this would have gone. So that's
Do you
why there's.
think because they were just coming out of the burn
Mhm.
that maybe rule of law was stronger at that point, in that, like, maybe I'm not making
No,
excuses.
no, 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 no. I don't see you as making an excuse. Yes, you're giving a different perspective, and yes, like, there
Maybe.
has to be I guess there has to be, because we have nothing and we're rebuilding. There can't be nuance. There can't be gray, because if I give you leniency, then that's that whole thing of like, if I say it's okay for you, then I'm gonna have to say it's okay for everyone.
Right.
No. So you killed them. You're going.
Well, and the Federation, up to that point, until the burn was no longer,
Yeah.
the only thing protecting Earth
Yeah.
was this military version of Starfleet. Like,
Yeah.
they were the only thing keeping it safe. So, yes, do I agree
I
with
know.
you? There's no forgiveness. But I do want to say that scene where Anisha is up on the second floor and Caleb and Nahla Ake are walking out, and, he says to her, like, I don't want to go to this thing and be awarded, but you know what, fine, but I'll see you next year. And then he goes up and sees his mom. And in that transition, Anisha looks at Nahla Ake, and they just acknowledge one another.
Correct.
Like, I acknowledge that you saved my son. You gave him a purpose and a life he wouldn't have found on his own.
Yes.
And because he was with you, he ultimately found me.
Yes.
And I learned that not everything is this or that. Like, there was a little gray area to this. And my son's happy. I'm happy. I'm gonna smile and nod at you, but that's the extent of that.
They're never gonna sit down and have a meal.
No, there's no tea being exchanged there.
No, but she can acknowledge that, in addition to his own grit and tenacity to survive, his own will to survive, to find his mother, and his wherewithal to understand a good deal when he hears it, even though it's an ultimatum, it's still a good deal. Like,
Right.
regardless of what, you recognize that this is a good deal to get you to your end goal. You kept up your side of said deal. That again, all the things ultimately about.
Yes.
I can give you a head nod. I can give you a little bit. Be well. I can give you a. I don't want to murder you in your sleep.
Right.
I'm not going to poison your food. I'm not going to send a mercenary to murder you when you least expect it. But also know, if you fuck around with my kid, you will find out, because I know where you are.
Right.
That was in
Done.
all of that. Like,
Absolutely. It was a level of understanding between two women who
Yep.
care about the same individual in
Correct.
very different ways.
Correct.
Or maybe similar ways, but in their own way.
I think in very similar ways, because correct me if I'm wrong, didn't Nahla does she have, was she ever a mother?
So that was one of the arcs with her, kind of like her B story, and what was holding her back or weighing on her was the trauma that under a command decision, her son died in a, I don't know, shuttle accident, Starfleet accident, something accident.
But it wasn't her decision, it was someone else's command decision, or was it her decision that ultimately?
No, I think it was hers.
Understood. So again,
if I'm wrong, tell me in the comments, but I think
yeah. Okay, so she that makes it even, that's what I thought. That makes it even more.
So they both, as
weighty.
women, as mothers,
Yep,
experienced loss in different ways.
Correct.
And
hers permanent.
Yes.
And here's the thing. Anisha's also seemingly permanent because of the fact it all winds together. And again, that's why the head nod is, you keep mine safe.
Yes.
You get to be safe.
Yes.
Yes.
Really. So with that, even moving forward, if we see Anisha again in season 2, who knows?
Why?
But do you trust her?
Trust her not to kill the captain?
Just in general, like with your...
I think that the days of her cavorting with the wrong folks are over, because even when he finds her on that planet in that den of iniquity, it's really not that. I shouldn't have called it in that city of bartering and people just trying to survive.
Right.
She wasn't doing anything that would lead me to believe that she has been doing anything like she had when she got locked up. Like,
fair.
All she was trying to do was find her kid, but she was going about it like the right way. She was going about it the quote unquote right way. It didn't seem like she was doing anything illegal or nefarious to get back to him.
Yes, I agree. I think she was using the skills that she had to keep herself safe and one step ahead of being found. That's different, right? That's different. And I do think she earned some trust by the decisions or way that she learned during that whole trial thing with Nusparaka. And
it was real time. It was real time, and it wasn't her trying to push back against, like, that's not like it was sort of like, yes, I'm skeptical of what you're saying, but because I don't know, and also it's like why would you say this, like because now there is a way to confirm this information, right? And these are all the ways where it's like Nahla had to be completely 100% honest.
Yeah.
Because it could have been, I need a recess. Show me these things that you're saying. You have to show me. So there's no reason, there's no motivation for her to lie, because there is a fact checking. Not that would happen, but that's just
you're right.
Way my
yeah.
And so she had nothing to lose. You already told her she was going to die. You already said she was good. Like,
right.
Can I just say one thing before I die? Can I just tell you this last little bit of information? And then I'll just take my chop to the neck and we're going about our business.
Right. She's complicated, but there's there's clarity to her decisions or
Yes.
the reasons she chose whatever her path.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah.
Correct. And here's the thing. Do I need to see her again? Not really. I don't even really need to see like her shipping him back off to school. It can be a nice little no, I mean, I'm not, she just isn't this sounds so horrible. Her purpose was served. My
But I think as a character in this,
As a character.
as a character in the art of storytelling in
Yes.
this season of Star Trek Academy, she has fulfilled her role.
There we go. She has fulfilled her role. It's like, I'm treating her like a handmaid. Huh, you served the purpose.
See ya.
Back to the Red Keep to you.
Whole other show. But yes, same idea. I want to talk about one other person, not so much the character they played, but we could. But I think they're important to this season of Academy, and that's Tawny Newsome. Now, she played Professor Illa Dax, bringing back the Dax symbiont in the wonderful episode that was Sam becoming a prophet or what was she?
Emissary.
Thank you, emissary. I couldn't get that out. But
That's
yes,
okay. She's an emissary.
She's an emissary. And it was, I have to give kudos to Tawny and Kirsten Beyer for the writing of that particular episode. I have to say that I love and implicitly trust Tawny Newsome with anything Star Trek.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
I want her to write more episodes. I want her to write more episodes with Kirsten Beyer. I want her to write more episodes by herself.
Correct.
I want her to continue playing Professor Illa Dax.
Thank you.
Because if you're a DS9 fan, you are intrinsically attached to the Dax character. And
in a way that cannot be explained. And it can't be explained in a way that anyone will understand unless you watch. Dax is a
sacred.
Singular.
Yes.
Sacred and singular.
Yes.
Sacred and singular. Because Trill are, again, like, there are species in this galaxy that are so unique that your mind is blown about the ways in which they live. And Trill and symbionts, to me, are one of the best creations of alien species life in Trek, period.
Because as upset as the world of Star Trek fans were when Jadzia Dax died.
Yeah.
Because we still hold the powers that be accountable for that horrible mistake they made.
Correct.
Tawny Newsome recognizes that, lives that same feeling as the rest of the fanverse here. Mm-hmm. And in one episode, singular episode, fixed it. Gave us Dax back. Gave us Jadzia living on through Illa Dax. And it was beautiful, and it was well acted, and mad respect for Tawny joining the numerous people that have had to undergo prosthetics and trill markings and all the things.
The trill marking was the easiest part of that.
Seriously.
Because here again, a Cardassian, correct?
Yes.
And
thank you.
A Cardassian and a Trill.
Like, you want to be mad about a species combination?
Because here's the thing. I mean, let's be real about it. We watched an episode of Deep Space Nine where a Trill tried to steal the Dax. Decided that he deserved to have a symbiote. Went so far as to steal. What are we talking about?
Yes.
Excuse me? What? No, that's not how that works. Cardassians are enemy number 753 on the list. The people who have listened to my pod know that Cardassians, the spoonheads, are not they creep me out. The traps with the scales, they're like alligators. They've got no, I don't like them. I don't like him. I don't like him.
Even Garrick?
So here's the thing.
Did I open a can of worms, literally?
No, it's not the worms. It's the fact that Garrick is such an individual that is a character that is so, like, is separate and apart from the rest of them.
Yes. He's
Truly.
not Ducat.
Gul Dukat deserves hot pokers under his fingernails. Okay.
Yes. So
He's
here we
like,
now have
now
our
here we
beloved
have
Dax.
in a Cardassian. And I had to be like, I had to get over. It's the aesthetic of it. Like, there's just certain things, like people who can't look at holes. Like,
Yes.
the Cardassians are just not aesthetically pleasing to my eye as a species. That is bias. I apologize, but that's just how my body reacts to them. So I had to be like, what is happening? And then it turned, and it turned before I knew that she was Dax, because of the ways in which she just carried herself, like the way Tawny played her, the ways in which there was reverence for Cisco, the ways in which it was like, oh, this is what you want to learn about? Okay, here you go. Here's information. Why was I trusted with it? Because it's my oldest friend. And of course, everyone's like, oh yeah, I knew it was a Dax because she was saying Benjamin. Okay, good for you. How about this? I didn't. And when I did find out, more tears streamed from my face, because Benjamin Sisko turning it, like, yes, the Pa race and all that. Yeah, that was terrible. Fine, whatever. But Benjamin Sisko being like accepting his role as the emissary and then ascending into the wormhole, because that's where he deserved to be, because his son deserved to go on and be great. He needed to be reconnected with his late wife. All of the things I wanted nothing but good things for Cisco. And here we get to continue to have a piece of him in New Trek, with the blessing of, when you watch all the socials of Avery Brooks, like what are we talking about? Like,
Glorious. Absolutely glorious. Brilliant writing, brilliant new character development,
hello,
brilliant passing of the baton through the legacy of Trek. It checked all the boxes.
It checked all the boxes.
And I want to give Tawny Newsome all the flowers.
Round of applause, standing, sitting, and otherwise. She understands, and this is why I believe that she should continue to, as you said, be a part of Trek no matter what. Yes. Because not only does she understand the history, the full totality of the history of Trek in all of its iterations and all of its series, good, bad, or indifferent. She understands how to move it forward in a real way.
Absolutely.
Because who would have put a Cardassian and a Trill together?
In a believable way.
But believable. That's why I said, like, wait, what? Like, it brought back a character that we love. Like, we've seen Dax, like when they did the didn't they, when Dax had to like reacclimate and we got to meet all the other Curzon, like learning about
all the other lives,
all of the other lives, like the fact that, and here's the other thing, we don't know how long or how many other lives Dax has lived between point A and point B, for lack of, because we don't know what.
Clearly long enough for the Trill and Cardassians to get close.
What?
But it's true. Like, there is, like, should Starfleet Academy go beyond 2 seasons?
Fucking A.
There's potential that we could have seen that episode where all the lives get their little moment to come out and play for a little bit, because that's part of being a Trill with a symbiote.
Which is kind of the funnest.
It's
It's the fun. It's kind of it's the
it
funnest
is.
of
It
the
is.
species. Like
Yeah.
you, and not
This is
everybody gets to
not
be.
making light of multiple personalities, but
No, we're
this
not making light of that at all.
not at all, but this is if you're going to have
Yes,
multiple personalities,
this is it.
this is it. And the fact that Jed Dax exists in there,
Could
still
weep right
alive.
now, still alive, and that's the thing. I think that was what was so brilliant about how how Tawny brought this to a close, not a close, but like put sort of a circle on it, like
She what she and Kirsten wrote healed us.
yeah, and you got you got everything that you wanted. You got everything
100%.
that you wanted because you got Dax, you got Cisco,
You got Jake.
you got Jake, an adult Jake, he was a child sitting on the promenade, legs dangling.
Yes.
Do you understand? I
Yes.
see that scene vividly in my mind. Him with his
Absolutely.
just him and what is that
Nog.
baby's name? Nog dangling, watching people, and here comes Odo. Like it is so ingrained in me that season meaning like that series, excuse me,
Yes. Yep.
those characters, and to have them all sort of come back in a way that is respectful and exciting and new but old.
Healing.
Weeping, just
Yeah.
weeping in the way of like my head hurt, like I need to go to sleep now. In the best way, like in that best way.
And tell me that's not true Trek. It doesn't get truer. It just doesn't for me. And that to me is the beauty of Academy.
Yeah.
It wasn't just one episode. It wasn't just one scene.
Nope.
It was a series of 10 episodes that did incredible storytelling with the time we were given.
Correct.
Character development, storytelling,
Check.
world building,
Check.
all of it. I think it's safe to say that we love the women of Trek. Of Academy, excuse me, yes.
Writ large, and yes.
All right. Who is one character you need more of?
Singular character I need more of because what I got was enough, but I still want more. Sam.
Love it. Agree. One performance you can't stop thinking of.
I'm just on the train. The reliving of life between the Doctor with Sam.
Yeah, she grows up. Yes.
That entire
montage of
the montage makes me weep. The montage, because again, that's how. Oh my God, that's how I see. Sort of at the end of my time here, that's what I'm going to think back now, like the time that I spent with the dictator, and like,
yeah, you can't. There's a bond,
like it's so like
a memory. I get it. I get it.
Like it, like I truly, I was just like, yes. And like you honestly wish that you could have it on film, because there's a podcast called like The Shortest Longest Time, because that's what it is. It is the longest, but it is the shortest amount of time.
Yes.
Like I'm like, what? November, 10 years? What are we talking about? Because it was just
yesterday, literally. Yeah. I get it. Beautiful and true. One word for the women of Academy.
multifaceted.
Oh, perfect. That is them. That is them. All of them. I have enjoyed this conversation beyond anything, my friend. anything. This has been fantastic.
Fantastic.
I love these characters. I love talking about them. I think we could talk about them for days.
Yes. Each character could be in a singular episode.
Yes.
Because for once, as I've said time and time again with, I'm going to call it new Trek.
Yeah, sure. Modern Trek, whatever you want to call it.
Okay, let's call it modern Trek. Is that they've understood that we want character. We want an onion. We want fully realized characters. We want to know them front, back, sideways, left, right. We want to know the good. We want to know the bad. We want to know the ugly. We want to know the joys, the successes, the failures, and we want to see how they grow and navigate through all of the challenges that they're put up against.
Period.
It just makes me sad that it makes me sad that this is, that the next 10 that I get, it's going to be like, okay, here we go. And now I guess I'm just going to be, loving and watching all of the things that they've given us. But I just believe that the world, and the characters that have been created deserve more.
I 10,000% agree with you. 10,000%. In the era of streaming where our seasons are too short and our character development is woefully underdeveloped at times, this season has proven that in the era of streaming, we can get all of that.
It's possible.
It's possible.
When you have the right people in the right places, you can get what is deserving. It just is brilliant.
True Trek.
True Trek.
Lanita, I can't thank you enough for this conversation, and I hope everyone will tune into Hailing Frequencies Open, because that is a joy of a gathering of people that is part circus and part intrigue and all sorts of fun. But thank you for joining me for the thoughtful insight, the Trek love, and the heart of this episode, which is the women of Trek, or of Academy. I can't get that right, but it's okay. Before we go, I want to take a moment to celebrate the people who made Season 1 of Starfleet Academy feel so wonderfully true to the ideals of Star Trek. So I want to give a huge thank you to Holly, Gina, Carice, Bella, Zoe, Tatiana, Mary, Tawny, Tig, and the entire production and creative teams. You have broadened our Trek universe and reminded us that community is vital to building the future. And to all of you, thank you for joining us for this special episode of the Clonestar podcast. Let us know which Women of Academy stands out most to you and who you most want to see for more of, well, the next and last season. Be sure to follow us across social media, support us through Patreon, and join us as we continue exploring the Trek universe. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Clonestar Podcast, and visit us at clonestarpodcast.com. Until next time, keep going boldly and keep being Trektastic.